Welcome back, guys, to Metaphor ReFantazio, where last episode, in the aftermath of our battle with Homo and Margot, the Mystari were told of the true role of the priestess, not as a sacrifice, but as a protector willing to risk her life to save her people, with Batlin being told of what we saw in Drake and Grace Shinjuku, as well as Fidelio and Basilio recognizing us for our efforts. After learning that Draco Dios had the power to attack through the king's protection, the assassination of Louise is now back on the menu. But before that, we have many days to pass here around the Virga Islands, picking up a quest to complete a trial with Yufa as we now talk for a bit with the people of the land.
The Principality of Mondalia will host a dedication ceremony using divine relics. The event will take place in the city of Elderberry on Saints' Day. Divine relics are dangerous instruments capable of delivering substantial magical power. The ceremonies will be held to keep them out of the hands of those vile pagans. Glory to Sanctism. Closure A. I should head back to Virga Island. Yufa's outfit reminds me strongly of popular Finnish fashion brand Marimekko. Oh, does it now? I'll have to take your word for it. Frontline wrap is still something that can be purified in time. Is that what it is in the end? Is it just this? Yes, that's what it turns into. So it gets the half damage received from an enemy ambush. As a trait as well as the stuff it's got stat-wise. Maybe.
What now?
That's why I couldn't find it, because I was expecting to see the stats still there. Unless it removed the stats somehow. No, it's still strength plus 5. You don't really need that strength, but okay. Could move on to someone else for that exact purpose. Hard to tell what is what.
Where to?
Okay, Eht Ria. Let's start going through town, shall we? See if anything else is going on before we choose a direction to go to. I think it would be in our interest by the sound of things to speak to Adeni.
Say.
I have some business to discuss with you. It concerns the duel, or rather the proceedings following it. Such matters require due discretion, though. The kind these surroundings do not afford us. Perhaps you might indulge me when next we travel. Okay, so there's a bonding that we can do when we're on the Gauntlet Runner next. Oliz said, finish word correctly, miraculous day. I'm glad that I've made you happy. Alonso's the only one we could do during this day. From the bottom of my heart, you have my deepest thanks. You've saved Lady Yufa and this island. You may not need it much longer, but please know you are always welcome here, and I hope you will visit again. You are Eht Ria's heroes. The way things used to be around here was peaceful. I never knew what people were thinking, and I didn't need to. Then you came and suddenly it's all different. I suppose people are saying what they were really holding in. It's oozing out like pus from a sore. Me and you people can really change your world, eh? Always thought I'd live on this island forever, never questioned it.
Hey, mister.
Hey, mister, you saved our island, right? Mum says sometimes it's nice to give people things when you want to say thank you, so here, I found it at the well. Thank you very much. Talking to people is worth it. Okay, I'm gonna go play now. Thanks, Miss Elder. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Saved our island. You're much more than what the rumors implied. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, I talked to a lot of travelers, and let me tell you, I thought that made me the expert on the outside world. And I'll admit, I expected you lot to be a bunch of lowlifes. Thought you only wanted the divine relic. You're not like that. And you know what? Until now, I've never even liked this nation. If someone like you became the king, well, then I'd reevaluate a lot of things.
Please, I beseech
Please
you.
go to the Spire of Blind Faith and slay my sister's killer, the Leocron. The informant should know where it is. Yeah, we do need to speak to the informant again by the sound of it. I don't think Adeni's going to be here for me to debate. And I don't think there's going to be any other candidates, right? Things have changed a great deal for us, yet the stone faces remain the same. Even though the chief dropped out of the tournament, we should have trusted his decision to join it.
It was all in vain.
I hadn't considered his angle. Said I dismissed it as a hopeless endeavor. In trying to escape our own woes, we put Lady Yufa and our chief through no shortage of suffering. I can see what a fool I've been. In the end, I defied our teachings. If ever there was time to change us now, we need to stop closing ourselves off to the world. The tournament brought new hope with it. That Eldar boy's face has appeared on the rock. Indeed, we've always resented this country we're supposedly a part of, but if he became its king, people seem to have had a change of heart. Because they're now my supporters, aren't they? It's the only way to really look at it. Congratulations on your generalness. I should let you level that up to full so we get another thingy. And then switch back to Swordmaster, I feel. From whatever dungeon we're on next. I think that goes for pretty much everyone. Apart from you, Paladin is now 14. We're getting to Holy Knight work soon. And then I won't even need Medi on there, to be fair. You're just gonna keep chunking stuff into Gunner over time. Now, the question is, do we switch you from Mass Dancer or not? I think we should just let you master that, but we obviously need to start learning Faker and getting that sorted out. And as for you, where is... It's over here. I can definitely inherit one skill, except there's no way I can inherit anything at the moment. You need Magic Seeker. So you actually need to learn Seeker, do you? Guess that's where we put you, and then we inherit one of these abilities. Most likely. To go through Seeker to Magic Seeker and to level up to your next level. For us, I guess we're going back to Magic Seeker in the near future, once we get Wizard up one more level. What do we need? Assassin for that? So at some point, we've got to start thiefing. We're at 4 of that. Assassin 10, is it? Yeah. Guess that gives us access to Mudo. And Stroll's probably sitting pretty at the moment. Stroll can literally learn this as soon as we get barred on to rank 8. And Samurai is very close to being done. That's pretty much the thing of things. But we need to get you wizarding, though. At some near point here, Hulkenberg. That's definitely true, too. Right, let's get the information. Alright, the Land of Ceremony Trial.
Want in on this?
The Land of Ceremony is a special place for us. Before they venture outside of the island, our youth go there to face a trial. It's not mandatory, of course. According to what I've heard, the trial itself tasks the subject with defeating the monsters within. It is said to be a bizarre creature that doesn't resemble any living thing. I wonder if it is truly a monster. Rumor has it that it likes to summon its little friends. Its companions strengthen it, and then it hits you with a barrage of wind magic. Apparently it's weak to fire. Best use that to your advantage and end things quickly. Also, there's a bird-like monster called a Leogryph there. The closer you are to it, the worse its attacks get. If I were you, I'd attack it from a distance and avoid using wind magic since it won't be effective. Better make sure we're ready first. Think a visit to Academia is in order? Fire is good, lots of wind against me. That's what I'm hearing. I've been turning to L too often in recent days. If I've been indecent, I owe you an apology. I wanted to forget the calamity, to forget we're part of the country. But thanks to you all, I realised I was wrong on both counts. You have my support for saving our island.
What's up?
Yep, nothing else to talk about. Heated pot is still simmering away. I'm seeing less and less rowdy drinkers these days. Not as many folks using L to escape the island's misfortunes. They must have finally realised the shame in their conduct. Young man, it's all thanks to you and Lady Yufa. Then again, some get so comfortable they start to drink in excess, so we'll always have this nuisance. How can I see what the heat effect does on me? When we plot our trip. We can only see 3 days in the future for weather after all. So it's very likely we end up with heat on the last day of our journey. For the big journey. Who'd have thought an outsider would be the one to teach us about the original legend of the Dragon God? I guess there are some things you can't see without stepping outside of what you know. Maybe this is a reminder to expand our horizons sometimes. I once thought our craft was fated to die out, but I wonder if our skills would be useful outside of the island. When you arrived, we gave you an exceptionally poor reception, but you still saved us. I'd heard the rumors, but you proved you really would help anyone. Oh yeah, we could buy the thing down here, can't we? And then we probably got a lot of stuff to appraise as well in terms of weaponry.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. Never thought you'd manage to grab both the priestess and the lads. Suppose you lot really are something special. Got me thinking, like, for a moment. I wonder if I'd met you all earlier, then maybe... don't mind me. Dell's still not totally sound, so he's resting up. Don't want him pushing himself too hard. I'm courting you. I'm swaying you, aren't I?
What's up?
Are you staying on the island for a while? Does that mean you're eating at the Golden Deer? What I know of you outsiders, it's rare to find other tribes who are open to our cuisine. But if you've truly enjoyed our cooking, then I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks.
I truly am glad you came to our island. With this victory, you are sure to be welcomed and accepted here. From now on, if I have an opinion, I will not hesitate to give it voice. Prayer and hope alone accomplish nothing. That will be my motto from now on.
Oh, it's you.
Yes, I am interested in your rarities. I guess I will buy a mossy long arm, maybe.
Can we talk? Goodbye now.
I'll have more in tomorrow. Oh, I'm lower than 300k.
What'll it be?
Ooh, we got new stuff in here. Ooh, they cost a lot. I have some of them already, so probably I shouldn't buy any of that.
Hey, mister.
That's the way, innit?
So this chief made the right decision. Did you see how Lady Euphra and her allies fought? Oh, I did. Those divine forms of theirs were so entrancing. They used no Sanctus Ignitus. That's true magic.
What's it now?
Good to see you again, outsider boy. Can I interest you in any Hero's Leaf of Light Seed? No, thank you.
Till next time, mate.
Shame. I'm not going anywhere, though, so come back if you change your mind.
Well, isn't this a dilemma?
What's your special head thing?
Hello there.
Oh, hi there. Actually, do you have a moment to talk? I think you'll find it to your benefit. My benefit?
Yes.
Yes, it's about my staff. It's a divine relic which has been passed down through generations of chiefs, though to describe its power is a challenge. You've met fortune tellers who can predict the weather in other cities, haven't you? They're descended from a priestly lineage, and I share the same power. In addition, if I use the staff to pray, I'm not yet certain, but I believe I could clear up stormy weather. Once a day, that is.
What?
Clear up stormy weather? Would that extend to making places that are way too hot cooler? That's right, although again, I've not tested this power extensively. That's why I'd like to use it to aid you, if it can. Let us push its limits together. That's tremendous power. Well, I haven't spent my days training in the service of the gods for nothing. It is, however, extremely taxing, so I hope you will compensate me accordingly. I'm not certain how well it will work, so I won't require payment for this time. But next time I'd like an almighty golden stew, or 20 marbled bluefin tunas. You can also ask a Denny to change a dungeon's inclement weather to sunny for 3 days. You can only change the weather for one location at a time. If the weather looks bad at a dungeon you want to visit, ask a Denny for help before setting out. Note that while you gain more experience in battles fought during inclement weather, there are downsides as well. Something in my map throat then. Such as turn icons no longer decreasing by half even when attacking an enemy's weakness. Almighty Golden Stew is Euphra's speciality dish. Oh, gonna miss her cooking, huh? Well, we could probably get a lot more of our travels, out of our travels with power like his on our side.
What will you do?
And shall we try out now? Maybe later.
Sorry.
Huh. But if there's come a time you want find my power useful, speak with me again. You'll have my aid if you ask of it.
That's the way.
Honor Denny, the head of a family of village leaders, going only by his given name as he has no surname. He was deeply conflicted when his sister, the priestess Euphra, decided to become a sacrifice for the dragon god, a ritual long held on the island. After the disaster at the Dragon Temple passed, he accepted their faith's true teachings and rejoiced in his sister's newfound purpose in life. Using the power of the divine relic scepter passed down through generations of village chiefs, he is able to clear particular kinds of rough weather for a short period of time. Since the deaths of his parents, including the previous village chief, he has taken over guardianship of his younger sister Euphra, who he cares and worries for. His favorite food is the stew that she makes.
That's the way.
This brings a lot of questions with it. How do I use this effectively? Allow me to apologize for my rudeness. I really thought our lives would never be normal again. You know, I saw a crystal in the sky earlier. It's been so long since I've talked freely like this.
All very nice.
Because it can only be done for...
Oi there. You have my thanks.
3 days. I'm glad the island's safe again. That couple will be relieved as well. Couple? The couple who live in the house next door. They're expecting a child soon. The island was in turmoil, and then there was Lady Euphra. It was a troubling time for a child to be born into. But they no longer need worry about that, thanks to you. We are very grateful.
Oi there.
I can hear hushed voices coming from inside the house. We only clung to the sacrificial right out of desperation. We were about to become parents, after all. I felt guilty about bringing our child into this world. It's as though I felt as a mother before I even became one. Nevertheless, I'm glad we didn't pass on our shameful past to this child's generation.
Very nice.
I'm glad of that too. Our child will live in a new age, so let's raise her well. Just thinking there's a bit of shenanigans we can do. Maybe. Let's go to the weapon shop.
Hey,
What have we got here?
Right, obviously we're not buying any of the new stuff at this point in time. I do wonder if your weapon... You have a weapon at all? No? Seemingly not. Klawang. Probably we'll find a weapon at the island we've been told to go for the quest. Correct? Okay, we need to appraise. So we've got a few things to do. Mossy long arms become a fire snake staff and a winter frog staff. We already had a fire snake staff. Superior mossy long arm becomes... an armor piercer. Mossy weapon. Sylvan bow. Superior mossy weapon. A dragon katana. Blessed by the dragon god. Just seems like we're getting base weapons at the moment, except for this fire bloom signal, which we already had one of. Another fire bloom signal. Just in case you needed a billion. Fuss Scamp. Reduces the damage when being hit by your weakness. And Superior Mossy Threads becomes Vivid Ensemble. Prevents charm. How many of those weapons do you want to give me? Boosting fire damage. How much do they sell for is really the question. And how much can I get rid of them for? All in abacus. Do I turn a profit? I got 4 of them. I guess I do turn a profit. I'll sell 2 of them. It works out, it works out. Pigeon? I thought I could talk to the pigeon then. Right, where have we not been in this village as of yet? Just down the path? How strange. The mural I've seen in my life now seems like an entirely different work. As though it's a story of hope. I heard you fought with a dragon god, even if it was possessed by a human. What a tragedy that things came to such an end. If I might ask, was this your first time fighting a dragon? It actually wasn't.
Honestly.
No, the dragon god wasn't our first encounter with a dragon. Truly, someone outside our faith to not only encounter but survive a fight with multiple dragons. Perhaps the cogs of fate are guiding you down a rare path. The destiny of a dragon slayer. Our island is not the only place with legends of dragons. Seek them out and face your fate with eyes wide open. I mean, I didn't kill the other dragon. Kind of just drove it away a bit. Fairies. Oh, hey, Miss Fairy over there with the man-child. Never seen you in these parts before, but it's nice to see more fairies in the area. Agreed. I guess the Magnifo is getting back to normal again. I get a totally different feeling from the princess than I was getting before. Well, isn't that just swell? Those two look like they get along great. A fairy getting along with a person. Doesn't that ring any bells? I don't know, should it? I can hardly remember yesterday. No, not yesterday. A long time ago. Whatever. I think it makes me tired. Should we keep moving? And just like that, they were gone. Never expected anyone to change this islander's outlook on life, but I'm grateful you did. Looking out at the ocean like this brings back old memories. I dreamt of telling everyone in the outside world how beautiful life is here on the island. I wonder if it's too late. Could I still realize that dream?
beg pardon.
Beg pardon? And we come to the runner.
Yeah?
I thought we were powerless, but now generations of priestesses have proven that false. The priestesses of the past, such as Lady Eupha's mother, never gave up fighting, and neither has Eupha herself. And so I now believe there are still things within our power to do. Got the food shop, but we should only really check that out when it's Idols Day.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks to you, we can start fishing again. Gotta make sure my nets are in good shape. When you find nature, it can feel hopeless, but I just remember how our ancestors persevered and passed down their wisdom. We're not savage beasts who leave the weak to die. When there's a crisis, we all have to support each other to get through it.
If I may.
Your group contains many people from different tribes, yes? I'm impressed you're all able to work together. And yes, you count a famous songstress among you. Truly, you are all just as colourful and unique as she. It's lovely. It's lovely.
Boy, there.
You know, I've seen that gauntlet runner of yours disappear on occasion. What magic can do that? And if it could disappear and reappear somewhere else, why bother crossing the sea? Ah, you see, we had to get the place first.
Hey, mister.
Hey, that big bow of yours, what's his name? A gallant runner? Awesome. I want one when I'm older. Can't have a gallant runner. But I can have a
Well then.
shower after being in that dungeon for like 7 hours. The thing is with that length for that dungeon, that's a normal end of a game dungeon length, isn't it? It's kind of bonkers when you think about it. How do I make your special dish then? New potential recipes: Almighty Golden Stew, Amber Stew, and Enchanted Potage recipe. Mighty Golden Stew takes limp goldfishes, which I've got one somehow, mellow milk, and a lumabee. Increases attack, defense, hit evasion for 3 turns for all allies. But it's also what we need to give the guy to change weather, so we might need lots of limp goldfishes in the future. I want this round to be such a marvel that even old Luis has to pick his jaw up off the floor. That's when I know I'll have truly made it. I'll polish and refine every last nut and bolt until everyone can see her for the radiant belle she is. Why, the whole kingdom will fall in love with her. I bet it will. Oh, speaking of, your runner and the places we can take it. I guess I've now reached 20 on your list as well, haven't I? The code seems to have been deciphered even further. We may have a clue to a lost relic. Grand Trad entry. Is that new? Despite its value, your average numbskull wouldn't even bother trying to have the relic appraised. Finding it lying discarded around Grand Trad would be no great mystery. Might that be in the cave east of Grand Trad? How typical, right under our noses. Apparently the place was once a thieves' hideaway, it says. Wherever in that part of Grand Trad, we should go looking for this relic. So there's 2 level ups for Nurse coming? Mark suggests this entry was erased and rewritten several times. From the sparse evidence I had, the clues pointed to the ritual island northwest of Verga. Waters with religious restrictions that outsiders would never venture into. It's no wonder this relic hasn't been found, it says. Wherever in the Malnova archipelago, we should see if we can find this relic. Right, Nurse is currently at 3. That's very low, so hopefully Nurse can go to 5 soon, which means that Gunham will actually have 2 inheritance slots. The main reason I don't want to use certain archetypes is the lack of inheritance slots they have. And we get Bombastic Bombardier, which at the start of battle on the Gauntlet Runner deck, enemies take even more damage. Sounds beautiful. Well, it might be nice to get the tolerance for you first of all as well. Deciding what to do. So the thing is, we can change the weather seemingly a certain amount of distance out, right?
Girl to shine. Now then.
How far do I run her?
Here's where we are. Here's where we are now.
We're here now.
We'll face danger here.
And land of thingy is there.
There's something there, yes.
This place.
Now here's the issue, right? It's cloudy. Does that mean it's fine or not? What does cloudy weather do?
It appears to be a labyrinth.
Cloudy, fine. Heat.
Danger.
Now here's the thing. We could just take a trip to here, right? And then come back that night, but then we lose like a night activity. Or we could keep going. But if we dodge past this place,
A village.
we'd go through Salento, and that would be day 1. That would be day 2, and that would be the 3rd day.
Below.
So it depends how we do things. But if we come back from a dungeon, we end up, like, eating, don't we? I can't remember. I think we do. We don't end up
Here's
with,
where
like, a
we are now.
night segment we can actually do stuff at. Or do stuff with.
This place.
So we could go there,
Should be enchanting.
pop back,
Here's where we are now. And right there's a labyrinth.
and then go out again, if you know what I mean, really far. Just depends what we want to do today or not. I guess that's for us to figure out at this point in time. I don't know if anyone has a nighttime ability we can do. Obviously, we want to do Junus and Yufa's quest as soon as possible. Because that will start off the bond, and then we'll have lots of bond options. So what to do? Does it say about whether... It says about the Sandflash. Magla Hollow. Just wondering if there's anywhere to look now for weather effects. And what each one of them does to us. I don't think that's an option to look at here. Where would I find that information? Also, we've got the royal virtues we want to build up. Imagination and tolerance are high on our list.
All right then.
I guess the next question is,
Let's go.
can I check anywhere on the route here, or will it only actually check the area I'm currently in? Do I have to go to Grand Trad
Everyone's
first?
here.
Now then.
No, I could definitely check up here. What's the weather on this thing? This will be fine. So I could go to not Manny's Grotto. That's not where I want to go. I could go to Scoundrel's Hold
This place.
to do that quest. I'd have to find out the weather in the location though, because that's 2 days away. No, I don't want to do that.
Diddle pip.
Let's just go into Grand Trad, check the weather for the
All right.
future.
Where to?
Sorry it takes me so long to decide things. You know how it is.
Let's go.
We have to have all the information before we can plan. Once we have all the information, we can set out. Or I could just bond or raise royal virtues today. I just don't know which.
How about a full
Alright, tell me your give me the fortune.
divination?
Let's see.
So on the second day, the Scoundrel's Hold will be fine. So I could go do that first, maybe.
The village.
It's not gonna...
And right there, nice little village. It's your call. And right there's a labyrinth.
get me anything, sadly.
Nice little village.
If there is events I can do, if I do this first, it's gonna, like, miss some on the Gauntlet Runner, maybe? But we do know that on the first day, I'll be able to, like, spend time with
Here's
Hulkenberg.
where we are now.
A village. It's a campground.
And then from there, we'll
And
see
right
where we
there's
go.
a labyrinth.
Be able to build some royal virtues on the place. Yeah, it's fine on day
You'll face
2.
danger here.
I think that's where we're going. Is that the highest level request I have, by the way? I mean, there's a lot that are 6.5. Recommended Thief Gunner Faker. Increases courage, gives me 90k. It gives me more than 90k because of the bounty award I have, doesn't it?
All right then.
Let's go.
Might be the wrong option first. We'll see. So I'm not unlocking the other's ability to bond. That's why I'll save right now. Not that I'm going to reload anyway. Right, we've checked out the town. Got the quest. We've thought about things. Talked about things.
Okay, what's the plan?
Now then.
Just a moment.
And that'll be fun. On the second day, we'll be able to shop at Ligno.
This place. We have a pending request there.
And just go. That's the cave with the bounty monster, yeah? How devious of it to masquerade as a bandit. Being it was a thieves' hideout, there may be treasure stashed inside, so let's keep an eye out.
Let's be off.
Remember, our primary objective is the bounty. Chase 2 rabbits and you'll catch neither.
It's your call.
We'll have to make camp for tonight. We'll arrive tomorrow. The question is, can we make it back by tomorrow night? Just leave it to me, so long as you don't go dragging your feet, of course.
Great.
Okay, here we go. Don't forget, stay alert till we get there.
Can you hear me?
What's going on? Notice his voice is echoing out the rudderphone. There's some sort of altar that's appeared in the lounge. You've said something about it possessing divine powers, so give it a look. Oh, okay. Praying at the altar. Euphor has arranged an altar in the lounge. Use it to dedicate a heartfelt prayer to another person, which may increase their maximum MP.
What to pick?
That's a no from me. I hear a voice.
All right.
I should let him know. Hulkenberg comes to mind. So this should also be for a relic. So this should be something for Nuras in the future. You do... Imagination, do you? Have you put a book on the bookshelf? No? Sad. Do you think Hulkenberg is only during the day or during the night as well? Well, we said we spend time with Hulkenberg, so off we go.
All right then.
Where are you? You're probably out here, yeah?
Speaking of,
You'll recall my father has many sayings, and I'll spare you this one, except to say it involves great responsibility coming from great power. I'd always taken it to mean the responsibility of nobility, but I think the same applies to our newfound power. We have a duty to use it justly.
Well met.
We have the spear, as our sole means of dispatching Luis. 'Tis a precious tool indeed. Now is the time for prudence. We strengthen our arm before the thrust. Will, I realize our business is pressing, but there's something I'd like to discuss. I have something to report considering the aftermath of the duel. Why'd you make time to hear it?
Thank you. I've received word from the Shadow Guard. Rodanth has been confined to an underground cell. For the time being, the chaos in the capital should be still.
Hey. Case closed. Yeah, but it's not over yet.
I don't think we're in the clear just yet.
Agreed. All that's changed is that Rodanth is removed from power. We spoke of it before. A knight's duty is to their oath, yet without a king, an oath might hold little weight to any one knight. And an armed force, disunified in purpose, is but a spark away from a raging mob. If the knighthood flounders further, whether clinging to power or simply self-preservation, a second Rodanth, or even a third, will surely emerge. Unless His Royal Highness the Prince takes the throne, there will be no true rebirth for the knighthood.
You want me to take the lead, right? I'll forge our path forward, baby?
Rest assured, I'll forge a path to the throne.
Yes, well said. We shall reclaim our nation's future together. My duel with Rodanth left much clear. I proved I am not the woman I once was. It can only be the journey thus far that has changed me. You've helped me grow as a new person. Never again will I wield my power only to hide my own sense of inferiority. My convictions shall lead me, and I shall fight by their strength. Thus, I vow anew to use my power for you.
You're a true knight.
Only scant days ago, I was embarrassed to call myself a knight at all. 'Tis a strange feeling.
I can feel Hulkenberg's unshakable trust in me and the strength of our bond.
The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg, keeper and heritor of the knight's virtues, by the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Rank 8.
I shall safeguard our land and our future.
4 inheritance slots, special guard duty, high probability for Hulkenberg to defend the protagonist from an attack on his weakness, and grand fantasy. Ready to acquire a new heroic embodiment, which we haven't found out what does yet. It's just text at the moment, but it hints at something, doesn't it?
The man of the Shadow Guard paused before departing. As he bid me farewell, he told me he hoped to one day be my equal. A knight not merely in title, but in truest spirit. I never thought the day would come that I might see the honor in myself. As a knight, and as an ally, I will stay by your side, now and always. Truly, my friend. Thank you.
Two of us spend a long time in each other's company, speaking freely and comfortably. Thanks to the strong trust between Hulkenberg and me, the entirety of the knighthood now supports me. Ooh.